Video number 6. All right, so we're still in the midst of how Google works, and again, this matter of how each entry that we talked about up here is stored away, so that all this is saying is that Google needs to have a way to keep track of what it's found, the phrases that it's related to, and the page, or we say URL. It's the link, you might call it, of where it found the information. Because if it can't keep track of that information, it doesn't have a way to show searchers where to go when they look for something. So hopefully that makes sense. If you'd like more clarification, feel free to leave a comment, and I shall do my best to reply to you as soon as possible. Now, on to part number 4 of 7. What we'll talk about is the query processor. So again, we talked about Googlebot. That was the first thing. Indexer is the second thing. And now we have the query processor, which is the last of the 3 parts. So what we want to talk about here are the 3 parts. So we've got the search box. Like when you go to Google or any search engine, there's what they call the search box. So that's that, it's usually a white background, and that's where you just click in that, and then you type whatever that you're searching for, like, used cars for sale near me, or whatever it is that you type in there. So that's called the search box. And then there's the engine that evaluates the searches and matches for relevant documents. And there's that's like one simple phrase, but there's like people have spent their professional careers working out this part of it. So the engine sees what you've typed in, and it takes into account everything else that you've searched on, because there's this whole approach of artificial intelligence. So it's taking into account many things when it evaluates what it is that you or anybody searches on. And then it brings back results. So they call it a result formatter. And you've seen Google where it'll put like the Google local things at the top. So it's usually the skilled trades. So HVAC, electrical, plumbing, handyman, and all this type of thing. That's at the very top. And then below that are advertisements, Google ads. And then below that is Google Maps. And then below that is very often what they call people also ask. It's a frequently asked question things. And then there's what they call organic results. So those are what used to be the only results that there were back in the day. So we'll say like the early 2000s or late 90s. There was just organic results. All right, so let's move on to the next part about how Google works. So then let me move. All right, so I just reposition this, and this is just a visual representation of what we were talking about on the previous slide. So somebody types in, they call it a query. You can call it your search phrase, whatever you want to call it. That's this thing. It goes to Google's web server, or that all happens on Google's web servers. And then there's these index servers that know where all the content resides, which is these document servers that evaluates that. And then it returns the results. We call it the search. It's called a SERP, search engine result page. And again, I can go into much more detail on that, but for you as the business owner, I would say that's probably the level of granularity that's needed to help you understand what's up. So then the next piece of the puzzle here is what it's referred to, we'll just call it a popularity contest, because to me it's a great metaphor. It's accurate. And what I mean is that one of the ways that Google evaluates the which result it's going, or which results it will show on its search result page, is that it's going to look at how many other people, or how many other businesses, or how many other websites have voted for you and your business, so to say, by linking from their website, or from their social media profile, or from their video. like, because we can have links within the description, like on this video, if you look below it, that there's a description, and within the description we have links. So all of that adds up, and it's referred to as PageRank. Google has this, and right down here it's shown as PR. PR is PageRank, and Google has its approach to assigning a PageRank to each page. And it's got a fancy algorithm, and as a publicly held company, Google is required to expose their what do they call it? It is a patents. So they literally have patented approaches, and if you have the patience to read through the patent material, it is exposed. So this is a high-level representation of one part of their algorithm. So it's the PageRank portion of the algorithm. And again, as a business owner, you probably don't need to go into much more detail. I am past the 5-minute mark, so let me stop here.